If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah.
Hey everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on E.
Thank you, Coach. From beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup set to go here between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. So here come the Dolphins now as they get set to take over on offense. Ryan Tannehill will be orchestrating the offense, the top 10 pick back in 2012.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Let's go.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
A Miami first down, that one going for a
gain in the middle of the defense. It hurts them in so many ways because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you on the outside as well.
But that's where their big tight end, is so good, that middle third, the seam routes, the end routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On second down, it's Drake. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Tannehill on 3rd down. And it's caught by Parker. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Tannehill with a hook up to Parker for the Dolphin first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
On first down, Drake dropped at the 35, so able to display his strength, but not much room to operate. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. Here's Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Tannehill finding Stills, and it's a Dolphin first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump the ball for their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And he's going to bowl his way into the end zone for the Dolphins score. Kenyon Drake, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games, and another good start to this one out to the 6-0.
Winning streaks and the mood of the team, and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
Darius Stewart now on the return. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They'll be led out by a guy who only became a starter relatively late in his career. It's the well-traveled veteran, Josh McCown.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Offense.
That's on the veteran guard, Alex Boone. A bad false start penalty there. Now 2nd and 6. McCown going to hand this one off to Powell. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Stephon Anthony coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him, and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
And kept him to a short run play there. And before they can run another play, the clock hits 000. And time is up on the first. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up. Working from the gun, McCown. The grab made by Curse over the middle. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And it'll be Dolphin football. And we'll see what the big tight end Mike Gesicki and the rest of the offense has in store. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist, you know, the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing, change things up a little bit, and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Drake off the give from Tannehill. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. On the left side, this is Stills. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins. And even 40 yards.
That was a nice pickup, some chunk yardage there. Some of those big yards downfield with a little bit of rack thrown in there, a little run after catch. And it came on a crossing route. I could just hear one of my friends who won 4 Super Bowls as a quarterback always said the same thing. What route does a defense hate? Crossing route. Hate it, hate it, hate it, because it's hard to change direction when they get going full speed in the other way.
They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Got to give a lot of credit to the defensive front there. They held their ground, pretty much stoned them on that play, and ended up creating a lost yardage play.
Yeah, drop them from the 1 back to the 2. Back at the 2 now. Here's 2nd and goal. Tannehill. And this will be incomplete.
The effort's always going to be there. Everyone's always going to try and make a catch, but underthrown balls, I think, are the toughest ones to come back and get, because usually your momentum's going in the opposite direction when you're trying to stop, break, and come back and get it.
This Jet defense so far standing tall. They need another stop now. 3rd and goal.
Hey, 20.
To throw is Tannehill. Mike Gesicki, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
And yes, that's exactly why the Dolphins used a 2nd-round pick on Mike Gesicki, specifically for that type of situation. He has a chance to be a real weapon in the red zone, and he gets a touchdown right there.
Sanders on for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll make the score 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically their scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now a first carry for the former Cleveland Brown, Isaiah Crowell. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. The tackle that time by William Hayes.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Throwing is McCown on third down. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. First target, first catch, and a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A first down carry now for Crowell. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
That was well coached and even better executed because you saw him looking for the cutback lane, never materialized, and had excellent pursuit to stack that play up.
On second down, here's Crowell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up a third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Two minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. From the gun on third, McCown. And it's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now the ball comes loose, and it's scooped up by the Jets.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
After the fumble recovery, here's McCown. It's caught by Clive Walford. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. Throwing on first is McCown. And Anderson's got it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On second down, here's McCown. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On first and 10, here's McCown. Anunwa's got it, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be second and 9. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
McCown looks to throw again. A little dump off for Crowell. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with a... The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Again, it's McCown. And that's complete to Walford. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. First red zone opportunity now for the Jets. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Into the red zone now. It's McCown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Anunwa, the intended target.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. On first down, it's Tannehill. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Let's go.
On first and 10, Tannehill. His throw caught at about the 5. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Here's first and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime. Throwing again is Tannehill. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. He was trying to get that one to Kenny Stills, and that'll bring up second down. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. Just beating the play clock now. It's Tannehill. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Dolphins add on to their lead.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off. Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2. Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. This is fielded a couple yards deep. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Josh McCown ready to head back out there. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. Here's McCown to throw. His throw incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
McCown incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Shotgun here for McCown. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now Anderson is slow to get up. Staying down after that last play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. The Jets on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's McCown. He's got Curse. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline. But what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
And while there was no gain on that run, we do know coaches whose identity is rooted in taking it almost to the limit and then changing things up on you down the stretch. I think we're getting really close to that point in time, though, where the identity may have to go out the window.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Drake, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Right back to Drake. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
For 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Now it's Tannehill. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Ryan Tannehill, and the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Play action to Crowell. Now McCown. Airing one deep for Curse. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Curse. And now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
To throw is McCown. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Another drive comes and goes. Still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Zero. Set. Ready. Go.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And that is incomplete. Stills the intended target, and it's 3rd and 5. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot, but they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Here's Tannehill. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And New York set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
False start, offense.
So that penalty will back them up half the distance to the goal line. After the penalty, it's Crowell. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. On the stop, Stephon Anthony with a tackle.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
McCown throwing on second. Got an open man. It's a noon one. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Jets on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Faking the give to Powell. Now McCown. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes Ryan Tannehill now, leading his offense back out there. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the third quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your coach? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do. As much as coaches don't want to talk about that, that's where it starts. When I played in college, our first rule for every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. And that's kind of how they judge you. Do you take care of the ball, not turn it over, keep it in the proper hands, and give your team a chance to win?
Well, that's what he's done here in this one so far. They stay on the ground with Drake. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting third and about 4 to go.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
To throw is Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Tannehill now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. The line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
To throw on 2nd down is Tannehill. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. He was looking for Parker that time. Well, when someone other than the quarterback is throwing the football, it's either beautiful or a disaster, and here it was the latter.
Nowhere in between, right? I mean, you're exactly right. It takes some fortitude to call that type of a play, but when it doesn't work, oh, boy, you wish you hadn't.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now McCown, and that's incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. From midfield, here's McCown. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
To throw, it's McCown. Complete outright to Kurz. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 23. Again, they'll throw in McCown. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to find Ardarius Stewart. And now it's 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
McCown incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. McCown looks to throw again. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Now to try the Jets field goal, Cairo Santos. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Tannehill now to throw. On the left side, this is Stills. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaking up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. They'll run it here. This is their fullback getting the carry. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, he tried to bounce it outside, but that's obviously not his game. He's too much of a straight-line runner.
Yeah, him in the outer third of the field. Not a recipe for success. That time a loss. On the give, this is Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And defensive back Jamal Adams in on the stop.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Steve McClendon in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? This
will be fielded at the 6. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. New York set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. McCown looking to throw. Lots of screen pass. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. McCown to throw on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 2. Throwing now is McCown. And that's complete to Walford. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Brought in by Walford, right side. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down. Inside the 40. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Again, it's McCown. Here's Walford over the middle. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down. On 1st down, McCown. Nunez got it, complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. It's McCown again. That's complete over the middle to Anderson. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. McCown going to throw. And that one falls incomplete, breaking his string of 7 straight passes completed.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. ends up falling to the ground incomplete.
McCown incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now McCown. And this is going to be intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. Johnson the intended target. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there. And it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Running, it's Drake. A spin. And he'll be taken down here. And that is how this one is going to come to an end. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way.
So for Miami, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the turnaround hasn't materialized as they fall to 2-7. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Buffalo Bills. And for Charles Davis and our